right, fourth grade. So, back with our reading series this week, and we're going to be talking about text structure, which is how a informational or expository text is written. And the one that we are going to be talking about this week is compare and contrast. So, when we talk about compare and contrast, we are looking at the text and how it's focused on two or more topics that are similar and different. So, for example, we have apple, orange. Apples have thin skin, oranges have thick skin. What they have in common is that they are both fruit. So if we were to compare two kids, say Glenn has two brothers and he lives in a two-story house. Kendra has one sister and lives in a one-story house. Those are how they're different. Where overlap is they both have a basketball hoop outside their house. So that's just an example of how we can compare and contrast or say what's alike and what's different. When we look at this text structure, you're going to be looking how things are similar and then how they are different. So authors write in this way to show you similarities and show you differences between topics and how they might have things in common and then why they are different. So, for example, if we were comparing and contrasting dinosaurs to animals, what similarities do these animals have? What differences do these animals have? So, different. We've got a dinosaur and we've got a shark. Different. Dinosaurs are extinct. They live on land. They walk, have claws. With the shark, they still exist. They live in the ocean, they swim, and they have fins. What can be the same is they can be seen as a scary animal. They have sharp teeth, and they're both meat eaters. So, a lot of the times when we are talking about these different text structures, there will be similarities and differences. It's not just going to be one or the other. Another example could be we can compare football and basketball. Football is a contact sport. They are played outdoors. There's 11 people on the field. Basketball, a foul gets called if you have any contact. It is played indoors, and there's 5 people on the court. But how they're alike is they're both team sports. They teach sportsmanship, and they're very popular in America. So we can do this with all sorts of topics, including singers. So this one, we are comparing 3 different singers. We've got Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, and Lorde. You can see the differences here and then the comparisons to the middle. So let's look at this example paragraph here. We're talking about cats and dogs, and we are going to compare and contrast cats and dogs. Cats and dogs are both popular pets. They are lovable and furry. Cats are different than dogs, and they show their happiness. Cats purr, but dogs wag their tails. Cats and dogs are similar in that they need exercise. Dogs can exercise by being taken on walks with a leash. Cats do not like leashes and get their exercise by chasing birds. They both make great pets. So if you look here, a great way to go at any text structure or any paragraph that has the compare and contrast text structure is to follow these ideas. So you're going to find the topics. When you do, you circle them. So you can see we circled cats and dogs because that's the topic we have. Then you're going to put a square around any of the similarities, so anything that they have in common, and underline the differences. This will help you fill out this graphic organizer. What goes with the dog goes here, what you underlined. What goes with the cat goes here, what you underlined. Those are the differences. And then anything that is the same goes in the middle. So as you can see, they put squares around lovable, furry, have exercise, make great pets. Those all go in the same. But differences that we underline, dogs wags their tail, they exercise on a leash, cats purr, and they exercise by chasing birds. So this last example, we are comparing M&Ms to Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. So we can see that they circled their topics. They put boxes around the things that were the same, and then they underlined the things that were different. So you guys will be filling out a lot of these different compare and contrast Venn diagrams, showing the similarities and differences. It's a great visual way for you guys to see all of that. So big thing with compare and contrast, we're looking at similarities and we're looking at differences. There are some certain words that might introduce similarities like alike, similarly, same as. Words that can introduce differences may mean however, but in a different way. So there's tons of different clues that you might see in passages when we are comparing and contrasting. But big thing is to remember is to keep yourself organized. So like I said, a great way to do that is to follow this guidelines here, circle the topics, put squares around similarities, underline the differences, and that will help you fill out your Venn diagrams. So you guys are going to do some assignments today to practice, compare, and contrast. Remember, comparing means finding similarities, contrasting means finding differences. Good luck, fourth grade.